find ways and the means of nurturing this and bringing this about. And I say that one of the best ways elections with integrity in Nigeria. And I think it's very, very important to do this, drawing from credible civil society organizations, some of the credible politicians I have talked about that we know are there, and also bringing about a coalescence of ideas in terms of CX. CX conduct elections at the local level. We can say there is separation of powers between federal and the local level. Then we should literally forget about democratic development in our country. So really we need to begin to pay attention to how elections are conducted at the state and local levels, in addition to all the attention we are paying to our judicial institutions and the mechanisms that redress election-related disputes in a professional and timely manner. But more than that, we need to pay attention to fighting the cancer of corruption, which has literally, we have to ensure fair and equitable access by contesting parties and candidates. We know the so-called dominant parties or the incumbent government media and that's why we've been talking about the do's and many others when you get the paper, and the electoral democracy. After a worrisome history of authoritarian military rule, there is need for constant vigilance and the effort to prevent democratic regression, what other scholars call democratic backsliding, and you can only do that by deepening democratic development towards consolidation and sustainability. One of the most effective ways of doing this is to perceived currently who are either at the hand and I think I will stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Sir, for the very thought-provoking and incisive convocation lecture. We move on now to item 12 on the program, which is recognition of representatives of sister institutions. Please, as you are recognized, you step forward, present your goodwill message to DG Nilds, Professor Suleiman. First on my list is a representative of the Vice Chancellor, Federal University, Lokoja, and Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Rotimi Ajayi. Please present your goodwill message. Professor S.D. Musa. Thank you, sir. Kaduna is it? Thank you, sir, for coming. Thank you, DG, sir. Yes, sir. We now invite the Director of Studies, Nilds, Dr. Abiola, for item 13, which is prize presentations. Please put your hands together for Dr. Abiola. He worked so hard. Well done, sir.
The Vice Chancellor, sir. Please come forward. That's your gift. Said Olawale Akanbi, are you there? I saw him this morning. In elections and political party management, Meyaki Yusra Sahad. Can you hurry up, madam? Ada HND prize for the best female in our program. And the best female is Uchenna Hada Ufele, best female student for the year. The DG, sir. Will the recipient of Nilds Hnd National Diploma please stand and remain standing? HND graduates, please stand up and remain standing. The DG to see the people. Can you leave that place and allow the DG to see the graduates for the HND programs? The DG, sir, I have the honor to present to you the following persons who have been found worthy both in learning administration programs of the National Institute for Legislative and
Proxy. Slow. To call upon you, Provost, sir.
Vice Chancellor, the authority of Senate, University of Benin. No, sorry. Standing. Thank you. Chancellor, sir.
Election and party policy.
Distinguished lady.
Provost, the registrar, exactly his words undiluted, unadulterated by me. Something I would like to do, but after Jaga has finished speaking here, we come from the Center of Democratic Studies, demonstrating the success and O. Suleiman in a defining manner, democracy and of their students in the halls of governance and publics that have been nurtured within these academic walls. The themes of leadership, integrity, and national programs will guide the of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR and unwavering belief in the potential of these bright minds. Today's achievements are as much yours as they are for the graduates seated before us. To the graduating students of the Higher National Diploma, Postgraduate Student Diploma, as well as the Master's programs, I congratulate you for completing this race. And I urge you to continue to reach for higher goals and remain exemplary ambassadors of the institutes wherever you go. Thank you, and may God continue to bless Nigeria. These are the words of Tajuddin Abbas, GCON. Thank you very much.
I think the Right Honorable Speaker deserves more applause. While we are waiting for the Right Honorable Speaker to have a seat, it is my singular honor on behalf of the leadership of National Assembly to invite onto the podium the Chairman of National Assembly, the Chairman of Nilds Governing Council, the distinguished Senator Godwill Obot Akpabio, the Senate President, to present his remarks. Your Excellency, sir.
The Speaker of the Nigerian House of Representatives, represented by the leader of the House, the Deputy Clerk to the National Assembly, representing the Clerk to the National Assembly, the DG Nilds, my lecturer, Professor Tairu Jega. I was his student in Bayero University, Kano in the 90s. All representative of the vice chancellors here present, provosts, rectors, directors, executive secretaries who are present, the former CNA, distinguished academic graduates, members of the press, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I stand here today to represent the Senate President and the Chairman of the National Assembly, distinguished Senator Godswill Obot Apabio. And I read his address. It gives me a great pleasure to be in your midst today to witness this important occasion of the 9th Convocation ceremony of the postgraduate programs of the National Institute of Legislative Studies, Institute of Legislative and Democratic Studies, in affiliation with University of Benin, as well as the 4th Nilds Higher National Diploma Convocation ceremony. This is the first occasion by Nilds that I'm witnessing after the 60th birthday anniversary celebration and book launch by Director General. I therefore congratulate the Director General of Nilds, Professor Abubakar Oranwaju Suleiman, on the glamorous and highly purposeful celebration of his 60th birthday. It was indeed a wonderful experience, and I pray you continue to prosper and enjoy good health. I also hope that the citizenry will take advantage of the publications that were launched to enhance their knowledge of legislature and democracy, and how leadership can positively influence achievements of results. Furthermore, I wish to recognize the presence of the Vice Chancellor of University of Benin, Professor Idoba Omerege, SAN, and the management team of the university at this convocation ceremony. This convocation would not have been possible without your cooperation. I therefore thank you for your collaboration with Nilds, which has continued to make the Nilds University of Benin postgraduate programs a success since it was introduced many years ago. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, there is no denying the fact that education contributes in no small measure to national development, as it affects cut across all aspects of national interaction, from the leadership to the followership. It enhances leadership and management skills while encouraging innovation and critical thinking among the upcoming younger generation. It is therefore imperative that we continue to cherish any educational endeavor such as the one we are witnessing today. The importance of education in our life also makes it compelling to create the necessary enabling environment for its pursuit. Yet, we are presently facing numerous challenges that constitute encumbrance in the way of its pursuit. We are not unmindful of the security challenges across the country, the intermittent ASU strikes, and other related challenges. It is worth noting, however, the government is doing everything possible to tackle the challenges head-on. The recent suspension of ASU proposed strike is a thing of joy to all of us, and we salute the understanding and reflection of our highly valued lecturers in the tertiary institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, we have no other country to call our own, and so we must invest for the overall good of our country. As members of the 10th Senate, we will continue to do our part to strengthen existing legal frameworks and enhance our oversight responsibilities of public institutions to ensure that they deliver effective public service. As a matter of fact, the effort of the 10 National Assembly in this direction have contributed immensely to increasing the revenue that accrues to the Consolidated Revenue Fund. Hence, it has translated to higher revenue allocation to states and federal government. Therefore, as the 10th National Assembly is using its instrument of oversight to ensure that federal government delivers effectively on public service, I also call on state legislatures to ensure that the increased revenue to their state translate into improved livelihood and job creation for citizens. To the graduating student, I call on you to use the knowledge you have acquired to improve the quality of work you do. It is when we all do our best that the country will improve for the good of all. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, NILS, has continued to set the pace with excellent performance in research, legislative support, and capacity building. Today's convocation is another occasion that demonstrates the Institute's continued commitment to human capital and national development. NILS is a critical institution of the National Assembly, and so we are proud to be associated with the good works being championed by the Institute under its Director General, Professor Abubakar Olarewaju Suleiman. On this occasion, I once again congratulate all our graduates, wish them successful convocation ceremony. Thank you, and God bless you all.
We thank you, distinguished Senate. Please sit. Thank you, distinguished Senate President, represented by a distinguished Senator Aminu Iya Abbas. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before item 18, may I crave your indulgence to quickly acknowledge the team from Uniben. The Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Sisi Osubo, standing in for the Vice Chancellor, Professor Edoba Omoegie, SAN. The Registrar, Mr. Ademola Bobola, is also here. Thank you, sir, for coming. The Provost College of Postgraduate Studies, Professor David Izeko. Thank you, sir. The Dean Faculty of Law, Professor Bright Bazwaye. Thank you, sir, for coming. The Dean Faculty of Social Sciences, Professor Omowi Osunde. Thank you, sir, for coming. The former Dean of Law and from the Department of Public Law, Professor Mrs. Violet Aigbohaiwo. We thank you, ma'am, for coming. We thank the Deputy Registrar, Senate Matters, Mrs. Comfort Ehigiato. Thank you for coming. The Deputy Registrar, College of Postgraduate Studies, Ms. B. Omoyiwola. Thank you for coming. Our Mace Bearer is Mr. G. Uwaifo, and I'm yours sincerely, Dr. Benedicta Ihanire, PRO of the university. May I now respectfully invite the Registrar, Mr. Ademola Bobola, for item 18. Please clap for the Registrar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, PRO. Chancellor, sir, ably represented by the Vice Chancellor, DG Nilds, very honorable and distinguished members of the National Assembly, eminent scholars, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Item 18 is different from item 7. Maybe that's why we are not clapping. Please, graduating students, please give this occasion a round of applause. Before I perform that role, I want to remark that University of Benin is an energy-driven and scholarly-driven institution. when you are called to that family or University of Benin, you develop that energy and you clap. I observe that you are not clapping, you are not celebrating. The graduates should stand up and celebrate. All graduates, be on your feet. Even when the Senate president was talking and so on, maybe because the studies have been so laborious, but you have now graduated. Please celebrate yourself and celebrate the National Institute. Congratulations to you. Then you can take your seats now. The Chancellor, sir, as required by law, I have the singular honor and privilege to call on you to declare convocation closed. Please let's give him a round of applause.
The representative of the chairman of the governing council, please permit me to make some remarks which my vice chancellor has written down with respect to the DG of NIS. And it says, kudos to the Director General, Professor Abubakar Suleiman, for sustaining the NIS standard. Your exemplary leadership of the Institute is evidence-based. This has rubbed off well on NIS project, which today can be described as an epicenter of excellence and an oak tree bearing favorable academic and democratic fruits. Well done for effective and efficient stewardship, Prof. I use this opportunity to again congratulate you on the recent launch of your books and commemoration of your 60th birthday. Indeed, your accomplishments are a source of pride and inspiration to us, unquote. And now, having said that, I now declare the convocation ceremony closed.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Shall we all rise for the national pledge in line with the national protocol? Pledge. Pledge. National pledge on 1, 2, 3. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, and defend our unity, and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God. We'll now take the Uniben anthem.
One heart and voice for all. We hear the purple clarion call. Arise, mighty Eden, robed in your purple and gold, clad in your cattle green head, knowledge for service untold.
Thank you very much. We'll now take the academic procession in reverse order. Ladies and gentlemen, I have quick announcements for our graduates. This is to inform you that your certificates are ready for collection upon completion of your clearance. Staff of the Department of Studies are ready and available to assist you. Also, lunch is served already, and I've been directed to invite VIPs on the high table, Nilds Academic Advisory Board, VIPs on the front row, Uniben representatives, and of course, the university VCs to please proceed to have their lunch upstairs. The rest of us can remain in the hall for our lunch. Lunch will be served here.